Hey guys, Sashin, Govender here, all the way from Durban, South Africa, 20 years old. I got started off in the network marketing industry about 2.5 years ago when I was 18 years old. And I'm just creating this video right now for you to help you win big, just not in network marketing, but in business alone. Very simple. The video that's being made right now is to help you clear objections as well as close people after a presentation. I've managed to close 8 out of 10 people, and I've managed to grow a team from 113 people that I personally recruited to almost 3,300 in about 15 to 20 different countries worldwide. So very simple. It is working. The strategy is working. I do this on a daily basis. After a presentation, there's only two things I ask people. There's two things that is already a buying question that I know the answer to. The first question that I ask someone is, what did you love best? Travel, business, or both? See, I'm only giving them three options. I'm either saying you love the travel, I'm either saying you love the business, or you can probably only say you love both. There's no way you can say, I don't love anything, or this is not for me. And, most importantly, the second question is, do you have any questions, or are you ready to get started? See, the reason why I ask, do you have any questions is because my goal is very simple. Is to cut through all the excuses and get straight to the point. It's either a yes or it's a no. I also realized 2 out of 10 people sign up on the spot, but that being said, we can convert that 8 right now depending on how we close. See, the good part about this is you need to ask buying questions. So I've got 7 objections that we're going to go through real quickly. 7 common objections in network marketing and also in the company that I'm in, WorldVentures. The first question is, I don't have the time. See, when someone tells me I don't have the time, I basically say, we're both adults right here. I didn't have the time when I first got started off. But I realized we can either be bragging about it or complaining about it. We can't be celebrating the fact that we don't have time. See, because everyone has 24 hours in a day. And I realized if you didn't have the time 6 months ago, and you don't have the time today, what won't you have 6 months from today? See, what we got to do is we got to get started here. We're going to start making an income and buying back some of the time that you previously wasted, or some of the time that you're not getting quality time of. See, this is what you want to do. Do you want to spend quality time with your family or your children, or do you want to give your children leftover time? So the second objection is, I want to do my own research. When someone says, Sashin, I want to do my own research, I say, great. I really respect that. I also wanted to do my own research in the beginning. But I also realized that facts is always better than opinions. And I mean, if you're willing to buy into someone's opinion, you would need to buy into their lifestyle. So I've got some factual information for you. I would then go out there and probably email them some facts, or either or I would get a company magazine. And as you can see, I've just picked up a company magazine. This has all the success stories. So all the success stories worldwide. And what I basically do here is I'll put this in front of them and I'll get them to read it whilst they're in front of me. Or what you could do is you can actually give this to them, get them to take it home and tell them, is it possible if I can fetch this from you tomorrow at 6 o'clock? See, number one, you know that you fetch in the magazine. And number two, you also know you're getting a yes or no from them exactly when you meet them. So it's not like, hey, you know what, I'm going to run away from you, or whenever I see you, I'm going to run in the opposite direction. It's basically you getting a yes or no. The third objection is, I don't have the money. And that's a common objection. A lot of people say, hey, I don't have the money. And I just realized when I'm closing someone, I actually say, guess what, I also didn't have the money. And it costs you $360 US to get started off in business with me, which is about $1 a day. How do we feel as adults that we haven't saved $1 a day for the year? See, because if we didn't have that $1 a day last year, and we didn't have it this year, what won't we have 6 months from today? $1 US. So, we can either be the person that actually says, I'm going to sell something so I can actually get started off. We can be the second person that says, I want to borrow the money exactly how I borrowed the money. Or we're going to be the third person who says, I want to watch this become the next Microsoft of travel and wish I could get started off. Or even regret not getting started off. Okay? The next one is I'm not into sales or I can't sell anything. I actually had someone who asked me that recently, or told me I'm not into sales. I don't have the ability to sell anything. And I turned around and I said, great. Have you shared a movie with anyone before? And they said yes. I said, did you get paid for it? They said no. I said, have you eaten at a good restaurant? They said yes. I said, did that restaurant call you in for a free meal after you told a few friends and family about it after they went out and ate at the restaurant? They said no. I said, we're walking, talking billboards for other people's products. It's time we get paid for it. Who built Facebook? Is it you and I? Or was it Mark Zuckerberg? See, Zuckerberg built the platform to Facebook, but you and I went out and marketed Facebook for him. We made him a multi-billionaire. But the difference is, when I look at this I look at we getting compensated to share this idea with people and let them know that you can travel at wholesale prices instead of retail, and over and above that, own a business for $360 US. So when someone says I'm not into sales, you turn around and say, hey, you're networking for free and you're marketing someone else's product for free. We're basically selling something. See, you guys need to know there's two things out there. You either selling a product or you're selling yourself. You're selling a product for someone else, or you're selling the fact that people should hire you to work for them. The fifth objection, I need to talk it over with my spouse. See, that's a bit of a touchy issue. And when someone actually tells me that, I say I respect that with 100%. But is that a way for you to just tell me no, or are you really serious about it? And if they say yes, I am serious, I'll say great. I know you can never explain this to your spouse. So what is the chance of me coming over for about 20 minutes to run the idea by them and let them know the facts, as opposed to you going home and trying to explain this to them? And the sixth objection is I want to get my 4 before I sign up. That's a funny objection, because you see, when you really look at that, for me, that's like the person indirectly telling me I don't believe in myself. And I just told someone recently, I said, imagine how you would feel if I told you you need to get your 4 first and then I'll start working with you. So there's two things we can do right now. You can get started, you can do a fast start training with me, and I'll help you show your first few people so we can get your 4. Or what you can do is, you can go out there today, try and get your 4, but with the mindset that you're walking in the presentation, your 4 people will first tell you, I need to get my 4 first before I need to get started. So what you will basically need is 16 members to join for you to get your first 4 to waive your monthly fees. And the 7th objection is it a pyramid scheme? Funny enough, whenever someone mentions the word multi-level marketing or network marketing, people, they assume pyramid scheme. So I'm going to ask you the question, exactly how I would ask my prospect the question after they say, is it a pyramid scheme? I would ask you, what is your definition of a pyramid scheme? Most people, in fact 99% of the people, don't even know the definition of a pyramid scheme. So I would educate the uneducatedness. I would basically say the factual definition of a pyramid scheme is exchange for income with no product or service. See, our product is called Dream Trips and our service is called Rovia. Are we legit? 100%. Pyramid schemes are illegal. And then they basically say, no, pyramid scheme is when the guy on the top makes all the money. So I'll get out a blank piece of paper, and exactly what I'm about to draw on this whiteboard right now is what I would draw on a blank piece of paper. So I would basically tell them, this is the previous network marketing companies. This is levels. So if this is John right now, this is Mike, this is Sean, and this is Alan, you would just see that John will leverage of Mike, Sean, and Alan. Mike will leverage of Sean and Alan. Sean will leverage of Alan. But the last guy in Alan can never leverage of Sean, Mike, and John. Then I would go straight to corporate. I will say in corporate there's a CEO, there's a director, there's a manager, and right in the bottom is your hard-working employees. Ask them the question, who makes all the money? They always say the CEO. So I basically say, if the CEO dies tomorrow, he still gets paid. If the employees die tomorrow, he never gets paid. So what is the difference between this and this? It's the exact same thing. It's the hierarchy. How does WorldVentures differ from these two structures right here? WorldVentures works on a binary system. Binary is 2. So in this case, left team, right team. If this is Sashin right here, Sashin has a left team and a right team. Let's just say Sashin goes out there today and he signs up his best friend by the name of Alan. Alan would also have a left team and a right team. See, whatever Alan does on his left, whatever Alan does on his right is only beneficial to Sashin on his right team. So in this case, our company basically says, when you go out there and you introduce this idea to 6 people, we will pay you $750 okay? And we get paid in 2 ways. Number 1, we get paid in personal sales. Number 2, we get paid in team bonuses. What is a personal sale? A personal sale is you personally introducing someone to the business. So Sashin went out there today and he introduced Alan to the business. Every time Sashin personally introduces one person, he would get paid $50 US. Let's just say today Alan goes out and he goes out and introduces 6 people. He puts 3 people on the left team and he puts 3 people on the right team. Every time you personally introduce someone to the business, you make $50 US. So in this case, Sashin would have introduced Alan and got paid $50. Alan went out and introduced 6. So how much does Alan get paid? 50 times 6, $300 US. Okay? Our company says whenever you introduce 6 people, we'll pay you a personal sales bonus of $250 US. So that being said, our company also says when you have 3 people on your left team and 3 people on your right team, we will pay you a total of $200 US. Every single time your team grows to 6 people, a balance of 3 on the left and 3 on the right, we'll pay you $200. So next week, these 3 introduce 1 each, and these 3 introduce 1 each. You've got a total of 6 new members. Alan will get paid $200 US. So basically, when these 3 grow to 1 each, which is an extra 3 on the left, and these 3 grow to 1 each, which is an extra 3 on the right, Alan will get paid an extra $200 US. So if you really look at it, Sashin will have 7 on his right because 3 plus 3 is 6, plus Alan is 7, and 0 on the left. Alan will have 3 and 3. Who gets the $200? It's Alan gets the $200. Let's do the maths. 200 plus 250 is 450. 450 plus 300 is 750. Who gets the 750? When you ask your prospect the question, who gets the 750, your prospect will probably say Sashin because they're conditioned to believe the guy on the top makes the money. In this case, you would turn around and say, no, Alan will get 750, Sashin will get a total of $50 US. So every single time I ask people the question, who makes all the money? And they turn around and they say Sashin, I turn around, no. So which is a fairer system? Is it our system or these 2 systems? Guys, I really hope this helps you. I hope this helps you get to the next level. I hope this helps you to get to a level where we could both party on the beaches of the world, because I realized one thing. In our company, when we learn something, we teach it to people. And when we teach it to people, we win big. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a message on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with your team. Let's win big in 2015. Not only in 2015, I want to see you on the beaches of the world. Love you guys.